tracks.
Hello and welcome to the Inside of Construction podcast. I am your host, George Gutierrez. This week's episode, we have David Breny from Interior Logic Group coming in. We sit down and we talk about flooring, cabinets, countertops, and design services that they provide for new construction builders. Hope you enjoy. Well, let's not even talk about that. What we're gonna do for your 50th? Because that's that's creeping up, bro.
As he takes a sip of his coffee.
It's good coffee.
Are you younger or older than Misty?
I'm a year older.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay, that works.
So, fun fact about David: he used to play volleyball.
Play volleyball.
Really good too.
Misty and I used to compete.
That's how you met.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Yeah. That's why she broke up with me.
Only beach. Only beach twos. Yeah. Still play. She has a tournament this weekend.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Good for you guys.
How long ago was that? That you met?
That we met.
Mm-hmm.
We've been married. We're coming up on 10 years.
Oh, wow.
So this summer it'll be 10 years.
Oh,
And married 10.
Married 10. Yeah.
Okay.
And I've known her since college. So it's been 20 years. More than 20 years I've known her.
Wow.
Yeah.
So beginning of college. Yeah.
I'm assuming you went to UCF.
Correct.
Just a wild guess.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know why.
UCF on his phone, UCF on his watch. I think his shirt is UCF colors.
I don't check him out like that.
I'm just observant.
Even my golf cart is UCF.
Yeah.
UCF flag on the back. Yeah.
You're a typical white boy.
Glad you're here today, David. You get to share with me in the fun. Always outnumbered.
And David used to do bodybuilding competitions.
Really? Must have been a long time ago.
No.
I'm just joking.
No, I didn't compete, but yeah, I was never at your level.
Oh no, he didn't compete. He was a model. That's what it was, right?
It was something like that.
Don't be shy. Come on, David. Don't be shy.
You modeled.
So, Misty and I, we were gym rats.
Okay.
We lived in the gym for a long time, and it was a good time. I mean, and I keep trying to get back there, but I just can't seem to get back to George's level here.
I'm way off, man.
When's your show?
July. I want to say it's July 16th.
You shoot me the info, man. I want to be there.
Where's it at?
Lake Mary.
Oh, close. All right, I'll be there.
Yeah, the Marriott right there in.
Really? Heathrow?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yep.
Get some signs made in the crowd.
Dude, I'll do it.
I'm hoping I could go in at 190, between 190 and 194.
Damn.
Where you at now?
211. 211, roughly 11% body fat.
That's a lot.
I'm gonna drop. I'm at like 11% right now. I'm gonna drop down to. I was telling Ellie the lowest I've been is 3.98. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna try and break that 3.9, get to like 3.8.
That's tough.
Yeah, it's a whole. he remembers when I was doing it.
He's gonna be crying about that scoop of peanut butter again. You know what I'm talking about. I would look forward to that one scoop of peanut butter.
Yep.
And then my coach told me I couldn't have it anymore.
It boils down to like, he'll look at the numbers and be like, hey man, like what's going on? You're only at 5% body fat. Like we need to drop you. I'm like 5%. Tell me what you're eating. And I tell him everything. Ezekiel bread, eggs, blah, blah, blah. He's like, no, something's wrong. Tell me again. Tell him. Tell me again.
You were leaving it out.
Tell me again.
I'm not going to tell you about my scoop of peanut butter.
I wasn't even thinking about it. I'm like, okay, I'm going to get really detailed. Ezekiel bread with raisins. Blah, take the raisins out. I dropped down to 3.9, just taking the raisins out.
Wow. A lot of sugar in the raisins, I guess, but still, who would have thought?
Bro, I just wanted my raisins.
Just wanted something. Raisins aren't even that good.
No, raisins are terrible.
Yeah. But when you're eating,
yeah,
ground turkey with no seasoning, no flavor, just hot sauce.
Chicken and broccoli.
Yeah.
Chicken and broccoli.
And even chicken, I couldn't eat chicken anymore because it takes too long to chew.
Really?
Yeah, and then like my schedule was so busy. I was doing 2 jobs. So my schedule was so busy, I'm like, I need to eat faster so I could make sure I eat all my meals.
You got to back up. What do you mean chicken takes too long to chew?
It does, especially if you cook chicken once.
Wait, I'm sorry. He cooked it.
No, if you cook chicken once a week and you eat it for the whole week, it gets hard.
Yeah.
Like no matter, with no seasoning, none whatsoever.
Yeah, cook more often. Cook nightly.
Yeah, when you're working 2 jobs, it's a little difficult,
I just put lemon and pepper on it.
I cooked rice the other day and I put cilantro with lemon on it.
Just don't put no raisins in there.
Oh, I learned my lesson on that. No raisins.
No peanut butter.
I could have peanut butter.
So you think you'll touch 3.9% again, or you think you're just gonna end up right there in that 5%?
No. When I went on stage, I was 3.98.
That's crazy.
So,
you looked amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You were so shiny.
What
makes you shiny?
They sprayed some.
What is it?
What's that?
Olive oil?
No. It's like the stuff the spray tan uses. Mm-hmm. It just makes you all shiny.
Shiny?
Yeah.
Like lacquer?
Like, yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Some semi-gloss.
Speaking of shiny, how did we get into countertops over here?
Let's talk about how long it took to get David here.
It did take a while. George's been working on you for a while, so it's kind of nice to have you here. To be honest with you,
I'm glad to be here. A little nervous about it, but I'm excited. I'm happy to do it.
No,
it's just us.
Plug in and listen. We're just talking.
It's just us. Sit back, drink your coffee.
It's good coffee.
It's very good coffee.
How did you get into? I mean, obviously you've been there a while. I've known you for a while. Mm-hmm. How'd you get into it?
I came out of college with a very generic business degree, mm-hmm. and I started applying all over the place. And at the time, Stone Systems of Orlando was looking for a what I thought was a sales position, but it turned out I started as a templater.
Oh, okay.
And that was long ago, where not the fancy lasers, you'd
right.
go out with Coroplast and actually make
the
templates. yeah. So
that's the little plastic, and you hot glue it together.
That white plastic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Glue it and run. Yeah. So that's how I actually started, and then I got into sales, and kind of worked up from there. Mm-hmm. I'm still in sales. I enjoy it. I got a fancy title for just being a sales guy. Mm-hmm. I'm not a title guy, mm-hmm. but it's been good. It's been good. I was counting back, man, and I started in 2003.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you're not far off from us.
2003.
I was 2004 when I got into it out of college.
Oh, so you started during the boom.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Right? Because
the end of 2004 is where it started tapering off, from what I recall. So yeah, he was in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
What did you do during the recession?
I did the same thing.
You held on.
Yeah, held on. It was of course very difficult, but at that time you knew what to expect. You knew it was miserable. You knew the economy is terrible. Nowadays it's just, you don't know what to make of it. It's wild.
I think that's what makes it so stressful.
Yeah.
2008 was very predictable. Mm-hmm. Hey, it crashed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, correct.
Yeah, and there's a lot of inventory, so you could see why. Mm-hmm. There's no inventory right now.
Right.
So it's like, is it coming? Is it not coming? Like,
Yep.
What does your day look like now? I mean, fast forward to 2022. I mean, what does a day in your world look like now?
He wakes up at 9.
So nowadays I manage 13 builder accounts, and I kind of treat it as I'm the CEO of those accounts. You know, right. I got to make sure everything is good from top to bottom, with everything from the order processing to sales support to making sure the jobs are going in, install manager. You know, I'm just kind of buzzing around that whole realm. You know, just trying to make sure that jobs are going in and customers are happy. Nowadays I do a lot more reporting than I ever have, but you know, I still get to go out and do the builder shows that are coming up now. You know, and getting that FaceTime, and that's what I enjoy.
I got like a ton of questions with the supply of this. I mean, you know, you get all kinds of cool stuff. How much granite are you moving right now?
We cut anywhere between 2,500 and 3,000 square feet a day.
Of any kind of stone.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Correct. Granite, quartz.
Thank you.
Correct.
Whatever.
Countertops, yes.
Right. Wow.
And that's just out of our Holly Hill shop, which is the biggest.
Wow.
But we have a shop in Sarasota. We have a shop in Jacksonville.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that either.
Sarasota, Jacksonville, where else?
That's pretty much it. But
in Florida,
we hub and spoke quite a bit too, because now that we have a flooring element, we have warehouses all over the state. So we're able to fabricate and then ship it to those warehouses where local installers can pick it up, and go from there. Like Tampa, a lot of the tops we're installing in Tampa are actually being fabricated in Daytona.
Oh wow!
So
with what's going on with supply, and I mean, I know granite comes from all over the world. How is that affecting you guys?
It's like everything, man. It's horrible. It is horrible. It is. If you're not, so when you have builders with certain contracts with vendors, whether it's Cosentino or Viaterra, whatever quartz company they're with, if they're streamlined to that and they're having issues, you're stuck. You're stuck pushing closings. You're stuck doing that. Yeah. If they would give the vendors a little bit more leeway to, get the product from where we need to, we can shop Pauline Gray granite from several different suppliers in order to get it, and make our install on time and closings on time and stuff like that. That's tremendously helpful. If we're isolated to only get it from one supplier, then we're stuck at mercy of that supplier. So I think that's opening up a little bit more. Those contracts with certain brands are kind of going away a little bit. I'm not sure really on the national level, but definitely locally. They want to close the houses. They want to get the products in. So that helps. And we have a great purchasing manager who is he's cutthroat. He's all over the place. Navigating crazy logistics to make sure we get what we need to. A lot of times containers that we've ordered of stone.
That's my big
all of a
question.
sudden they get held up, and then we're actually like bidding to get it, the rest of the way. All of a sudden it turns into a bidding war for us.
Really?
Yeah, it's been
like
challenging.
They do with the lumber and the rail cars. I mean, that's what they do.
It's been challenging.
Besides material, did you have any issues on getting like blades, any tools?
Nothing stands out that I'm aware of that crossed me, but
you walk into Home Depot or Lowe's, like sometimes you don't even see a circular saw blade.
Right.
So I just wonder, like, any parts to your machines.
No, not that I'm aware of.
Nothing crazy.
Nothing like that. All the epoxy and all the stuff that we typically use it's pretty much there. We buy in huge quantities, so we inventory a lot of it,
right,
and make sure our inventory's up.
What about labor? How's that looking for you?
Labor is, I think it's devastating across the board.
Yep, sure is.
Our capacity could be so much more if we could fulfill our labor shortage. Second shift, we run 24 hours. Our
Really?
second shift is a skeleton crew. We could do so much more, so much better,
right,
and give first shift a lot more leeway
right,
if we had
more people.
The correct labor there. Yeah.
The night crews, they typically make a little more money, right?
Yeah, they get compensated for what their role is at night and what they're doing. But yeah, in Daytona, it's hard to find quality.
I didn't realize you were running 24 hours.
24 hours, yeah.
It's crazy.
Have you been to their Daytona?
Not their
It's
shop.
huge.
I can imagine.
Yeah, it's huge.
I've been to other shops. I've not been to yours.
Yeah, it's not just the size, but
right,
it really is the processes that we
right,
have, you
right,
know, and the checklists and the quality control going through that kind of makes it different. The processes and the people are everything.
Right, right.
So we met you, I want to say almost 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the time, you guys were just doing countertops. Now you guys are doing countertops, cabinets, flooring, design services.
Yep.
Like, how do you, like, what's the process of keeping control of all of that? And is it out of, do you control all of it for your one builder, or is it shared with different managers?
Yeah, if I I manage the account, so any offerings in that account,
That's all
I'm
on you.
looking after it. Yeah, we have different teams set up that we've been trying to integrate a little better, because we have several communities where we have flooring crews and we have countertop crews. Well, if we can have our flooring crews doing inspections that communicate with our countertop, you know, knowing drywall's up or this or that, you know, it would benefit us tremendously. We're just trying to get those synergies in place now, and integrate the different offerings, because it only benefits us. Become way more efficient.
Gotcha.
You like the growth you guys had?
The growth?
Yeah.
Well, it came very quickly.
Extremely.
Different systems, different software. You know, it kind of challenging.
What would you say is the pros?
The pros is so we have a lot more range. We have a lot more capital. We're able to. Right now, we have 2 CNCs on order in Daytona, so we're ramping up that shop, and it's been a lot easier to do that than it used to be. Yeah. I mean, you got to put a case study together and show that we have the volume for it and all that. But
is there more room for promotions?
Oh yeah, sure. Well, we're national, so there's job postings everywhere. You know, throughout the country, and it seems like every branch everywhere needs something. So if you want to move, you can make the move.
Don't do it. We need you.
Yeah, stay here for a little longer.
No, I'm happy where I'm at.
You were just bragging about Colorado, so we don't want you to go. We don't want you to
Colorado
leave.
is nice to visit. Yeah.
Yeah, don't do that.
He said it was what, -2?
The lowest it got while I was up there was -2.
My sister lives out there.
No.
Crazy. She loves it.
No, that's.
I think it's beautiful out there.
I could do cold for 3 days and I'm out.
Yeah.
Like, I'm done.
Breckenridge was awesome.
Amazing.
It
right?
was such a
Amazing.
beautiful scenery. You know, change of pace. It was just so nice in comparison to Florida.
Oh yeah.
What would you recommend to a young guy or girl that's getting out of college and they want a career? What would you recommend for them? What to look for? What mistakes not to make?
I've always been the boring guy. I don't.
It's an excellent podcast so far.
I don't like to have surprises. You know, I want to be consistent, and I want to be the boring guy that you can rely on. You know, but I think, you know, I've seen a lot of people get ahead more by taking those opportunities. You know, if you have an opportunity there, take that chance and go. I've seen a lot of people really succeed that way. Whereas I've taken the boring route and worked my way up slowly and consistently, and I feel safe doing that. I never really took anything that was, you know, didn't have longevity behind it. You know what I mean? So, but you know, I wish I could have taken a few chances in the past that I thought about afterwards.
Bit more risk.
Yeah, a little bit more risk. Not your style risk, where you're starting your own company, you got your own podcast now. You have so many different levels. But yeah, when you have an opportunity, you got to jump at it.
Right. I don't think there's anything boring about that. I mean, it's authentic. I mean, that's how a lot of us work our way up. That's how I did it. George, you worked your way up that way, and then just made a career change. But
there's no denying that there's something to be said about consistency. Yeah, it sounds boring, but it takes a lot of discipline. Like it's not easy to do, and
you got to sit and learn it.
Yeah,
you have to sit and learn the trade.
And so you say that, and I look back, and I'm like, I wish I was more consistent. You know, because there's times where something will get hard or just boring, like it's not difficult anymore. And I'm like, I want to try something else, but I asked myself, if I was consistent staying at that task, maybe I would be, you know, where I'm heading to now a little bit quicker. So,
well, I think you've made very good decisions on where you're at now, and I'm envious of you.
Nah.
Yeah. What don't you do? You got a podcast. You're a professional you're a professional bodybuilder. You're you're a business owner. You're doing quite a bit. You got a lot on your plate.
Thanks.
I'm just a little man living in a big world. Is your wife a risk taker?
No, I don't think so. She's been with her company for quite a while as well. She took a few risks on the slopes up in Colorado, but other than that, as far as careers go and all that, no.
Yeah. All right.
Awesome.
Well, thank you, David. Appreciate you coming out here and talking to us.
Yeah, it's had a blast. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this episode and you'd like to help support the podcast, please share it with others, post it on your social media, leave me a rating and a review. To catch all the latest from me, you can follow me on all my social media. All the links will be in the description. Thanks again for all your support, and thanks for listening. Thank you for your feedback. If you like this episode, stay tuned for next week's. We have the two owners of Wapsops Brewery coming in and talking with us about beer and construction. Thank you, and see you next time.